Hi, friends. I am so excited. We are at the live signing, and I hope so many of you can join me today because this is our special time together. And out of all of the book signings that I am doing, this is one that is really special to me because so many of my friends out there, you all are all over the world and unable to come to my local book signings or in the areas that I'm going to. And so this is our opportunity to spend some time together and have our signing and for you to get signed copies of your books. So it's really exciting for me. So I hope you all are doing great, and I'm so excited to be here in the beautiful Nashville area. We have been having such a great time. And of course, you all see who is here with me, my Jennifer. And many of you know Jennifer already because she was, when I first started my business, she was the one that was in my woman cave with me, just me and her, making my dreams come true with my professional organizing business. So she was very instrumental in helping me, get into my brick and mortar and get everything organized and, and really was a huge part of the success of the business. So she then, you remember, moved to California with her family. Wasn't happy about that, but of course I had to pull her back, So, so she so graciously flew in to be by my side, and she's going to help me today. We're going to have some fun today, so I'm so glad that you are all chiming in, and I am so glad to have you here, Jennifer. I really am excited.
It's been wonderful. It's a great opportunity to be here with you and come along this journey with you. She has taught me so many things along with you guys as well, and I just value her opinions and everything she puts out there for us so much.
Well, thank you. So let's have some fun today. I want to have some fun. I want to sign some books. I want to do a lot of stuff with you. So let's talk about the book, because the book has been released and beautifully organized with something that it's near and dear to my heart, because for so many years, many of you have asked me, Nikki, when is the book coming? And it was never the right time when a lot of you asked. And I wanted to only write this book when it was the right time. So about a year ago, I knew it was the right time. And I wanted it to be something that was really special, something that would really enhance your love for your home and make you fall back up in love with your home. And I wanted it to be something that was very engaging but simplified, and something that not only was beautiful on the inside and useful on the inside, but beautiful and useful on the outside. So I wanted it to look like that coffee table book on the outside, but all of the resources on the end were, just take you through every room in your house to help you get it organized in a beautiful way. And I am over the moon happy with how it's come out, and reading so many of your comments who have already read the book and saying how you have already started implementing so many of the tips has been just amazing over the last. This has been a whirlwind of a time for me. So thank you to all of you who have already gotten your books, and it's just such an exciting time. So, the book was, I tell you, a lot of late nights, but I was not going to put it out any kind of way, and I was dedicated to the cause because I wanted every page of this book to serve a purpose for you, and I can truly say that is the case. So I am really proud of it, and I know that you will get a lot from it. And it's not only a book that you read one time and you put it away on a bookshelf. It is one that you use over and over again to help keep your house organized and maintained. I put several diagrams and charts and things into the book so that you're able to keep your pantry purged and organized, knowing when you have your expiration dates for all the different types of pantry items. If you struggle with decluttering, I have a decluttering chart in there that you can simply follow to motivate and guide you to purge those items that are in your home. So I wanted to put tools in there that you could use ongoing as you maintain your home. So, a big purpose of the book also, but I'm so excited about it. It really is.
It's gonna be, it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited. And it's just to see how much now that people are really getting from it. I think that's the huge blessing in it for me.
And it's going to last a lifetime.
Yeah.
And once you learn the things, it's just so simple. You make it so easy.
And a lot of times with home organization, it's not a complicated process, but sometimes you need that person that motivates you or that friend by your side to get you through it. And so that's what I try to be in this book to so many. I try to share with you what worked for me, and look at it from a different perspective, because sometimes when you're in your home and you're in it and you're frustrated with your space, it's hard for you to have a clear perspective and think it out. And so that's what I'm hoping to do, is to be that friend by your side to kind of talk you through it and help you get through it. So that's, a big purpose of the book. So.
Absolutely.
And I do want to say what I love about today is that, again, you can get your signed copies, and you can go to the premiercollectibles.com/Nikki Boyd and get your signed copy. And so I have been signing today. I'm going to continue to sign because I want all my friends to have a personally signed copy of the book. So definitely, again, it's premiercollectibles.com/Nikki Boyd. So
get your copy.
Yeah, get your copy. Definitely get your copy. And for anyone who has not seen the book, like I said, definitely a coffee table. You can sit it out. And friends, you all know me so well, right? You know me. And when I was designing the book, I said, okay, it has to be white because, this book, I wrote this for my friends. And we all love different colors, and our homes are different styles. But I knew if I stuck with the white, it could blend into anybody's home. So that's the key to having the white. And so I wanted to be very simple, but didn't have that touch of gold on it. You know how we love that gold. But I did think about you in every part of this book. So I think it's the perfect size. I didn't want it to be overwhelming. I wanted you to be able to throw it in your handbag and take it to work if you wanted to. So it just really turned out beautiful.
She loves those multifunctional pieces.
And then this is the wow. And I, at first I thought, I'll make the inside of the book white. And then I was like, no. My friends are expecting my favorite color on the inside. And so I knew. So since you're trying to run a business also from your home, I would recommend thinking about non-traditional office spaces, such as closets. So when you go into that room in the basement, if there's a closet, think about how you can utilize that closet as an office space versus a closet. I have a closet in my home now that I built in a desk inside the closet to make it an office, and using pegboard on the wall in the closet to maximize storage as far as hanging your everyday essentials and tools that you need to work in your office space. And the great thing about pegboard is that it's so versatile in the way the different solutions they have. You can even store books on a pegboard and pens and all kinds of things. So, definitely maximize your space with that vertical space.
Awesome. Iris with Dallas, Texas. What is the fastest way to sort and file paper to declutter and become more organized?
Okay, so paper clutter is, I would say, one of the biggest problems in a lot of homes. So one thing is you have to have a system. You need a system for managing your paper. So what you want to do is assess what your current system is, and you want to find out, you want to create rather a system for your papers. And then you want to bite it off in small bits. So take 1 week. If you have an office that is just overwhelmed with paperwork, you want to take 1 week, divide it up into 5 different piles, and tackle 1 pile per day. But before you even start that process, you need to think about how you work and then implement a system that works for you. A lot of times I like to encourage people to have an action file, and it's just one place that they put the paperwork that comes into their office, and they have an action day. So Friday action day, they're required to clean out that inbox or that file every week, because if you don't have a system, you may clean up all the paperwork, but it's just going to come back. And so, really assessing and having a system first is key. Yeah, that's really key.
And where can we purchase your book?
You can, if you go to premiercollectibles.com/Nikki Boyd, you can get your signed copy. And of course, you want your signed copy because I'm signing them for you now. So, yeah.
All right. Shirley from New Milford, New Jersey. How did you build an Instagram following?
If you share what you love and you share what you love consistently, I find that that's the best way. And so many of you know I started the journey where I just got on camera and I just shared what I love. I got on Instagram and I shared what was going on in my life, and I was consistent about it, and that's when people
start catching on.
Yeah, they start catching on.
Diana, Los Angeles, California. What
Diana?
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry.
What color scheme for a contemporary home?
Okay, Diana. So, if it were my home, I'm gonna go for a gray and a white. You all know me and my gray and white. So, I think with contemporary, I automatically would think white because it's very minimalistic, very modern, and not much for the eye. I think so. I would say white.
And then just add those touches of color.
Yeah, but you have to, with your home, you have to do what works for you. You know, what I love may not be what you love, but it's your home, so I always say go with what you love.
All right. So Beverly from New Bern, North Carolina. How can you get your husband to put things back in the cabinet after he finishes with his stuff?
Oh, that's the famous question that I get all of the time. And I talk about this in the book. And one thing that is really important is having that family buy-in, because if you go through and you organize your entire home and then the family is not on board, you defeat it. You're kind of defeated. And so it's so important that you implement something that will enhance that communication around your home so that your family has that buy-in, including the husband. So 2 things. One, having family home meetings, and I give you some real tools on how to have really structured and productive family meetings to help with keeping the organization up in your home, so that if the communication is up, then the likelihood of things getting put back is up. But then 2, when you implement things, instead of thinking about how you want it to flow, you have to think about how he works or she works. And so when implementing systems, you want it to work for the person that's going to be using it, or the person that is not using it the way that you want it to be used. So for example, if he comes in and he naturally throws his keys on the table, but you put a rack on the wall for him to hang the keys, he's probably not going to hang the keys on the rack because that's just not how he's conditioned. It's not what he's going to do. You may be more successful in putting a beautiful basket on the entryway table right in that location where he typically drops the keys, so that he does not have to change his routine, but visually to you, you're not frustrated by seeing those keys on your table.
I can guarantee that one works. I've taken that.
Yeah. You have to work around the spouses a little bit. They can be a little challenging.
Just put the laundry basket right next to the bed.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Make it simple. But again, that communication within a family is so key, with cutting down on the stress of.
Absolutely. LaRonda, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Would it be possible to win a day to work with you during a day of taping?
LaRonda?
LaRonda.
Hi, LaRonda. But you may not want to be my friend after that. I mean, oh my goodness. The behind the scenes of the videos, you guys, are interesting. I need to do a video of the behind the scenes. That would be
fun.
That would be fun. Because many of you know when I started YouTube, I don't have camera experience. I don't have any experience like that. So I've been self-taught and still learning, and so it's really, it could be comedy hour. But you never know, and I will say that. You never know what can happen, or you just don't know. So I would say let's leave it open for discussion, because I think it could possibly happen.
Maybe that could be your next giveaway.
There you go. You never know.
Leslie, Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Hello, Nikki. I'm finding myself drawn to many different design styles, such as modern, contemporary, Victorian, etc. My question is it okay to mix styles when decorating a home?
I'm sorry, let me spell, what's the spelling?
Leslie, Leslie.
And so here's what I would say. My home, I have different styles within my home, and you do what you love. If you have 3 different styles that you're attracted to, and you implement it in your home, and it feels like home to you, and it feels comfortable, then it's right. Then you should do it. I'm one, and you all know this from, if you've been with me a while, is I don't follow rules, and I don't follow what anyone else tells me in my home, because it's my home and I have my style. And so I would say implement what you love. As long as you love it, it's okay. It's okay.
All right. Nicole, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
How often should a person refresh a room?
I would say every season. I think that, and I wouldn't say refresh as far as spending money. There's so many ways that you can refresh your space for free. But at the start of the new season, you're feeling refreshed. You know, the air feels different. Everything is different. So it's the perfect time to refresh your space. And it could be simply going to your mantle and rearranging the items on your mantle. Or I like to move things from room to room, and instead of having the vase in the living room, I'll put the vase in my bedroom and switch them out, because just those little tweaks refresh your home, and it gives you a new perspective. It makes you feel good when you walk in. So every season I would do a few little tweaks to your space, even as far as changing the fragrances that you use in your home, or the cleaning products that you use to give a new scent.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm getting some questions, but I don't have any names from where people are from.
Okay.
So the next question is, when organizing an entire home, what room do you like to start with first?
I would say the core spaces in the home, especially like if you're moving in a new home, you want to hit those spaces that you really need to be functional, such as the kitchen, also the bathroom. So those are the fun spaces that I like to tackle. You all know I love organizing a nice pantry, so kind of knocking out that pantry. So I would say if I had to pick one room, I would say the kitchen.
Hi, Nikki. What is your favorite go-to meal to fix for your family?
Go-to meal. You know, you all know you all know I love my salmon and Caesar salad. I think I have it probably two or three times a week, and when I share my meals every week, sometimes I feel a little funny about sharing on the days I have the salmon, because I'm like, you guys are gonna get tired of seeing that, but that is my go-to meal. That is my go-to
meal. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. There are so many good neutral paint colors out there. Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite that would work throughout an entire home?
Of neutral colors?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so again, you all know I love my whites and my grays. And for me, there was a point where years ago, I think the first time we lived in Charleston, we had a home, and I must have painted every room a different color. And I went through all of that work of painting every room a different color, and it drove me crazy. And so now I'm to the point where I paint everything white, and I bring in color with my accessories, and I bring in color with the low cost things, because it is expensive when you make color decisions on furniture or, you know, expensive pieces, because then your tastes change and it gets pricey. So I have found for me what works is keeping my palette just white, just keeping the canvas white, and you know, put color with accessories.
Awesome.
So to answer her question, white walls, white everything.
Okay. I often have trouble with good ideas for host or hostess gifts. Mm-hmm. What do you suggest that would be meaningful?
So one thing that I like to do is I always love a color coordinated gift basket. And when I say that, I mean when you go to the store, you know, whatever color that person loves, if they love yellow, then when you shop the items for their little basket, buy everything that is in that color yellow. You may find a bottle of olive oil that has a yellow label, and then you might find a kitchen towel in a yellow, because when you put all of that together, it speaks to that person, that this person really took time to, you know, shop for me and pick out things. It shows effort. And so that's one tip that I like to use, is color coding gifts, because it just gives that little oomph to let someone know that you really went, you know, above and beyond to put something to have it really well put together for them. And you can go places like just TJ Maxx and things like that. That's a great source to kind of get gifts like
gather
that.
Things and get them all together.
And especially color coordinated.
When did you know you had a gift for organizing and design? Okay,
Did we answer it?
We had answered that one earlier.
Yeah, when I was older, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you work so hard on creating beautiful environments. Mm-hmm. But do you have a favorite vacation spot?
Oh, yes. Greece, Santorini, Greece. I want to go back. I'm ready to go back. That is like heaven on earth. And I do want to go back.
That was an easy question.
Easy. That was easy. Yeah.
I know you've traveled a lot with your husband being in the military. Out of all the places you've lived, do you have a favorite?
I would say Charleston. We love because we moved back here, so we made Charleston home, and we did love the UK. I miss that a lot.
Okay. What one piece of advice would you give to a new mom who is just starting her family in order to best use resources and time to create a happy home? Good question.
Yeah, that is a beautiful question. What I would say is, no matter the size of your home, no matter what you can have a beautiful home. It's about the love that you put in, the effort that you put in the things that you do. A lot of times, and I talk about this in the book, it's not necessarily a lot about the things, but it's about the experiences that you create in your home. And so you all will notice that with me. A lot of times I'm always looking to create an experience, because when you leave my home, I want you to remember that time with me. And so I think with your kids and your husband and your family, anything that you do, whether it's when you're making dinner and you're just adding something extra special on the table, you could have went outside and picked flowers and just put them on, you'll be surprised what your kids remember and what they pick up on. Because even myself as a child, I was a messy child, and my mom was not. She was our home was immaculate. She was an entertainer. She loved having guests over. And I didn't realize till an adult that even though I was a messy child and I could care less about it as a teenager, it stuck with me. And then it came out as an adult. So the things that you do with your little ones now is so very important. So even with finding things to teach them at a young age for caring of the home, how to fold a towel. My mom taught me at such a young age how to fold a towel, and it stuck. And so I think just thinking about the experiences and things that you can teach your family around your home. Yes. And it's not the things, though. Yeah.
The experiences.
The experiences, yeah.
I love your beautiful designs, Nikki. What is your favorite spot in your home to relax?
Okay, I love my bed with the Lifetime on the TV, a nice cup of coffee. I would say, since opening the business, I love just relaxing at home. But my woman cave, that's my spot. That's my place, so. Mike gets the garage. I get my woman cave.
We were in the movie room the other night. That was pretty relaxing.
Yeah. But he's kind of taken that space over.
Has he?
Yeah, that's like, he loves NASCAR, so that's his.
He just lays back and puts his feet up.
Oh, yeah.
That's where Mike likes to relax.
Yeah, him and the pups, they've kind of taken that space over.
In your opinion, where is the best place to display family photos in a home that is in keeping with a beautiful interior, besides the fridge?
And I would say I love a gallery wall going up the stairs. If you have a staircase or in your entryway, and I love black and white photos. So, what you can think about doing is sometimes when you have color photos, they can be different tones and it can, not be as appealing to you. So if you have them reprinted in black and white, it brings that unity that may give a seamless look for you. I'm also big on photo albums. We have gotten away from photo albums, but it's such a great way to encourage beautiful experiences with your family, to sit around the living room looking at old photos, touching old photos. So I encourage you to display beautiful photo albums. Under my coffee table, I put all our photos in linen photo albums under the coffee table so that everyone can come in and just enjoy them. So you don't necessarily have to display them on the walls. You can also display them in books too. Yeah.
Do you have a pet peeve in regards to organizing? Things that other people do that could drive you crazy?
Other people do, like other organizers or things that I see?
Well, let me reread the question.
Okay.
Do you have a pet peeve in regards to organizing? And then the second part, things that other people do that could drive you crazy. So I think, yeah, maybe.
I think, and this is, I think, where some people think this about me, but it's so not true, and maybe you can clarify that too. But when you go to someone's home, but it's not livable or it's not comfortable, and sometimes when people look at my home, they think that, oh, it's so nice you couldn't. But everybody that comes there knows that when you come in my home, you can do whatever you want to do. It's not, it's just, it's things to me. So even though I like pretty things, they're things. So I would say I don't like, one thing's a pet peeve is to go somewhere and not feel comfortable or feel like you can't touch anything.
Yeah.
You know, my friends have little kids. They come through and they do whatever they want. I love it. I love it. Everything can be replaced, and it's about, again, the experiences.
And one thing that she did for the kids is she has toys for them, she has a nice, beautiful dresser, and the kids know where to go and get the toys, and
they get in my living room and make their little forts. I have a fort kit. I made a fort kit, so anytime friends come over with kids, they have all the stuff to make their little forts in the living room, or they can go in the media room, however they want to do it. And here's the other thing, experiences. One thing that I do for the kids is I don't have the traditional toys of today. I always have toys from when I was a child, like jacks and pickup sticks and Old Maid. And I have toys that they're not familiar with or they don't play, so that I can introduce them to fun games that that are not video games or things like that. So that's always fun.
Yeah, it's always a lovely experience coming over to
your little girls. I love when they come.
They love it, and they love playing. And she gets on the floor and plays with them. It's a nice. I
miss having kids in the home. You miss it. You miss it.
Makes a beautiful experience and memories, huh?
Yeah. So thank you for having your kids, so I can have kids in my house.
All right. Do you have any household pets? And have any tips on organizing their part of the home?
Yes, I have two adorable and crazy. I will say they are crazy. Yorkie puppies. Well, we found out one's not a Yorkie, one's a border.
I met him and I was like, I don't know.
I know, yeah. And so many, they have their YouTube channel now, and so many people are like, Nikki, I don't think he's a Yorkie. And we really didn't either, but we didn't know. And, we don't want to tell him he's not a Yorkie.
Yeah, you got him thinking that way.
Yeah. But I think he's a border. Yeah, he's a terrier. They're both terriers. But, yes, I do have pets. I've always loved pets. The pets before we had were boxers, which were bigger, and we had two boxers. And the Yorkies are smaller, but pets require you to be more attentive and more on your game. But they bring so much to a home. But as far as the organization, I would treat them as a part of the family. So in the home, we have their spaces. We also teach them of where their spaces are. We're still teaching them every day. But we incorporate them into the home. So now we have a cabinet in the garage, and I just have that as their cabinet for all of their things.
Okay. Do you have favorite flowers that you like to use in your home?
Oh yes, I love French tulips. You'll notice that in the book. You'll see them throughout the book. Yeah.
Okay, last question I think we're gonna have here. What has been your favorite part of crafting and putting together your new book?
Oh gosh, everything. It was challenging, but it was so rewarding. I think the thing that I love most is just being able to share with you in a way I've never been able to share before. I do the videos and I just kind of ramble the things and share the things, but here I'm really able to give you a tool that you can use, and you can read it and you can take the book and you can implement it, and it's a process. And so it feels good to have a process to share with you that it's just really going to make it better for you, and really just answer a lot of your questions and give you the tips that you need. So I think the most rewarding part is having it in a structured form that is concise and simple to use. So in a beautiful way, because there's lots of pictures, colorful pictures. All the pictures are throughout my home, and it's just really
give you that inspiration.
Yeah.
We're all so excited.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So now we're going to go into 22 questions in 2 minutes.
Oh, how fun. Let's see. Okay.
We might skip a couple here, but we'll see how it goes. Where were you born, Nikki?
Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay, who would you want to play you in a movie?
I love Angela Bassett, so I don't know that. I mean, we're not the same personality type, but I mean, I love her, so I'd say Angela Bassett.
She can put on a good acting performance.
Yeah, there you go.
What was your first job?
I worked in Würzburg, Germany, at a video store when they had VHS tapes. I made $2 an hour.
And that's where you got your love for videoing.
Is that what it is?
I think
never
so.
thought about that. I never thought about that. Maybe.
What is your biggest fear?
Biggest fear, I think losing my parents. That's a tough one.
Who makes you laugh the most?
Lately, my crazy puppies.
Yeah.
I think my crazy puppies.
What is the one thing you need to have in your fridge at all times?
Strawberries.
All right.
Ice cream.
Strawberries and ice cream sounds
Strawberries
good.
and ice cream.
What is your greatest accomplishment?
My kids.
Aww. Who is the most interesting person you met recently?
I would say I have a client, and she is so unique, and she's so eccentric. I mean, really eccentric. And she loves Betsy Johnson, and she loves all these. We're like night and day, our styles, but when we talk, we connect. And I get mesmerized when I talk with her. And so she's just really, yeah, she lives in New York. She's just really wild, and I just have a ball every time I talk to her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
I would say people that ride their bicycles at night without reflectors, because there's older women like me who drive at night, and I can't see you. So don't do that. Don't do that to me. And I've had that happen to me so many times. And I'm like, where are your reflectors?
It does get a little scary.
It's scary, yeah.
And in Charleston, there's no sidewalks, so.
No.
Ride at your own risk.
I do have my license.
What is the last book you read?
Beautifully Organized. And you know, it was so different after writing the book to sit down. I sat down and I read it. And I loved it. By Nikki Boyd.
What is your favorite hobby?
You all know I have been working something fierce the last couple years. And so what I actually love to do is I actually love cuddling in my bed and just relaxing, rejuvenating. I love going to the spa. Anything that is just going to relax me. My favorite treatment to get is reflexology. It gives me life. I love it. Yeah.
I think you need a spa day here soon.
I think so, now that you brought it up.
Okay, so what is your guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure. Anything that, oh gosh, okay, you all know this about me, Snickers bars. And I'm not going to tell you how many I can eat at one time. But Snickers bars, McDonald's, it used to be the cherry pies, but I can't find them anymore. I don't even know if they sell those anymore, but
Get out to the West Coast, maybe.
I know, right?
Do you have any hidden talents?
Hidden talents. How many Snickers bars I can eat in one set? That's probably, it probably is a talent. Hidden talents. That's an interesting one. I would just have to say the Snickers bars, because I don't know that I.
We're gonna have a contest later. What color is your toothbrush?
White.
What is your secret snack? Snickers. How do you take your coffee?
I will drink it a variety of ways. Okay, so if I'm having a dessert with it, I like it black, because the sweetness of the dessert, I love it with just plain black coffee. If I'm just having coffee, I like to have like 2 sugars, maybe a little bit of creamer. Maybe.
And you're the best gift giver. What was the last gift you gave?
Oh, I love giving gifts, you know that. So with the book, I gave my entire team swag bags, and I put together these bags, and I got them. We did T-shirts. I had T-shirts made for all events with organize, declutter, all the things from the book. I also put in there little survival kits for book signings, and they had their hand lotion, and I put face masks for after the event, and they could use that. All kinds of little goodies in it, and it was in a cute little bag. And then I had all kinds of candy, it just was filled with all kinds of stuff.
Aww.
Yeah.
What cause is near and dear to your heart?
Anything dealing with children and pets.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Those are my two soft spots.
What is number one on your bucket list?
I would say number one, going back to Greece, Santorini, Greece, and going back to Germany. Go back to Germany.
And where do you want to go that you've never been?
That I've never been. I want to go to Africa, actually. I'd love to go to Africa. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So that finishes up our last 20 questions.
Oh, that was
maybe.
easy enough. So again, I want to say, you guys, thank you so much to everyone who has already gotten your signed copy, and thanks for everyone who had questions that came in. It was so fun to kind of answer the questions that you have, and I can't wait for you to get your copy. If you do not have your signed copy, and this is great because if you don't live in Charleston and you want a copy from me, I am here in Nashville. I'm signing all these copies for you. So you go to premiercollectibles.com/Nikki Boyd, and you can order your signed copy, and I will not leave here till I have enough signed copies for all of you. So definitely excited that I can do this. I'm so excited. I didn't even know that I could, but I can. But
beyond excited.
I know. This is.
It was a long time coming.
You remember the beginning, yeah. You remember the beginning, and the famous coffee bar. My famous coffee bar. You all will remember. It's on the cover, and you'll remember I took a china cabinet that I found off Craigslist, and I split it in half, and I hung it in my kitchen as one of the cabinets for the coffee bar, and then I took the bottom half of it and I put it in the living room, did a built-in. So it's. And you all remember my first video on the cover, that teacup lamp. So I was really intentional about everything that I put in the book.
Very thoughtful.
Yeah. So, it's here. It's been born. So.
And are you going to have any more book signings in Charleston? Or?
Yeah. I think I'm going to post on Instagram as I have them. And then, definitely you can come get your signed copy if you're not in the Charleston area. But anyone in the area, I would love to see you face-to-face also.
Absolutely.
Good. Well, thank you, friends, so much for coming by and checking in with me. I hope you all are doing great, and I will see you soon. And I love all of you. Thank you so much for ordering the book. I do want to say one more time, premiercollectibles.com/Nikki Boyd. And have a beautiful day, my friends. I will see you soon.